Hey, I'm Gemma from This Space is Ours. We have a new single coming. It's called Picture Perfect Paper People. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, thanks for joining us today, Gemma. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So, can you tell us a bit more about the song from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it?
So, yeah, in the past, with our singles that were before this year, they were more kind of like pop punk-esque. And with these new singles this year and our upcoming EP, we kind of wanted to move the instrumentation to be like more heavy while still keeping this like emo tone to the vocals. So we got this cool contrast going.
Yeah,
And
no.
yeah, so this third single kind of really cements that moving into that sound.
All right. And how would you say it differs from your last single, Help Me?
So yeah, the last single before this was Accountability, and then like Help Me was in February, and I think Help Me is kind of like the softest of the three. And then moving to Accountability is like full full heavy there. Like we had the screams from the guest vocals with Amariah from Future Static. And then this one, Picture Perfect, kind of finds that in between, I think.
All right. So, do those three all sum up the overall feel and sound of the EP, I guess?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definitely why they were chosen for the first three singles to just like introduce what it's gonna be, really.
Nice. And then what more can you tell us about the EP? Have you got a title and a release date?
We do have the title. We haven't announced it anywhere yet. We may as well do it now.
May
Let's
as
do it
well.
now.
Why not?
Yeah, the title is called Scarlet Springs, and yeah, it'll be in September. So keep an ear and an eye out.
You might be able to hear that in the background. It's my daughter laughing. I had a 10-year-old daughter called Scarlett, and as soon as she heard you say
Oh,
Scarlett,
cool.
she's back there laughing because you got an album named after her.
Love that. Yes, all for Scarlet.
Very nice. And will there be any more singles coming out of it, or just these three?
This is oh, sorry, my voice cracked. This is the last single before, yeah, the whole EP comes out. So yeah.
Nice. So, as a young emerging band, I guess, like how do you approach your first EP? Like, do you sit down and have conversations about where you want it to go and how you want to do it, or is it just sort of play it as it comes?
We definitely, yeah, we had heaps of conversations around it. Um, Me and the bassist were more on the pop punk side, wanting to stay like a little bit more popish. And then the guitarist and the drummer, like they grew up listening to prog and metalcore, and they were like pushing for this heavier sound. So there was a lot of conversation to try and find a place that worked for everyone. And yeah, I reckon we got there.
When you say conversations, that means sitting in a room punching each other until you got with who won.
A lot of raised voices. No, that's all good.
Along those lines too, like the music industry today is a lot different to what it was, say, 10 years ago. So again, as a young band coming through, like do you plan 12, 18 months, 2 years in advance, or do you just look at your next thing coming up and work towards that?
I think it definitely depends on the band. I, for one, I need everything to be organized and stress and ready. Otherwise, I'm gonna like stress out. So we planned pretty much 2 years in advance. So like last year, we spent the entire year putting together all our assets, like our music videos and stuff, and just putting everything in a nice, neat package. And then this year was focused on getting it all out. So yeah, we had those 2 years planned.
Nice. Now, so for someone who's not really too familiar with the band as Spaces Out, tell us a bit more. Like, where'd you come from? What's your plans?
Well, we're all from the southeast of Melbourne. We released our first single back in 2021, did like no promo around it, had no idea what we're doing, and we like slowly have built ourselves up and learnt and come to a much more understanding place of the industry where we are at the moment. Um, and yeah,
Nice,
I
nice.
don't know where else to go with that.
Now, looking through the press release that I had, there's a line in there that said big things on the horizon for this Spaces House. So, is there anything you can tell us about that, or are we gonna have to wait?
Well, the EP was definitely one of the big things. And yeah, there's definitely going to be a show in October that people should keep an ear out for. That's also not been announced. So yeah, just a sneaky little wait for that show.
Nice. Where's the best place to keep up with the band then and find out what's going on?
Instagram for sure. Instagram, we're very, very active on, and TikTok as well, and YouTube. They're kind of our main three. We're also on Facebook, just not as active. So
All
yeah,
right.
find us on all of those places.
Nice. Now we're going to put you on the spot here a little bit, Gemma. I've got a new segment I've introduced called Photo Bomb. So basically, I'll troll through your social media and I come up with a few photos that we want to know a little bit more about.
Okay.
So I'll come up with this one for you. Like, I've heard of some weird fetishes before, but I can't say I've ever heard one that involves licking a helmet that's on a skeleton.
I completely forgotten that exists.
Tell us what's going on there.
All right, so this is from the behind the scenes of our music video for Gone in May. This music video is always going to be so special, like in my heart, because we made this set in a shed where I live. So we put all these like ply boards together and painted them white, made the little weird window, and just made the whole set ourselves. And the whole concept of the music video was ours as well. So it was just a very special one.
So why are you licking the helmet?
Who knows what I do, honestly? I
No
can't
logical reason.
for the photo moment, I think.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to this one as well. This looks like a fun movie night and something I reckon I could enjoy.
Hell yeah.
What's going on there?
That was fun, actually. That was from our first music video ever for My Name. And we hired a bunch of costumes from a local costume shop. And yeah, just kind of like ran around the house. If you watch the music video for My Name, there's really not much story. We're just like, we're just running around being silly, really. But yeah, the video starts with all of us like on a couch watching like a horror movie, and then the horror movie becomes the music video. So yeah,
Okay.
another special one.
I noticed our mate from Texas Chainsaw Massacre hasn't got popcorn. Is that because he's got no mouth to put it in?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It does end up with popcorn. I've not just have had it
This
yet.
guy on the end, he doesn't look scary at all. He looks like a fluffy Teletubby.
That's Krampus.
What? Looks like good times indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. The new single is out July the 17th. Going to be premiered via Heavy on the 16th. So keep an eye out for it and get behind this young band.